Hey guys, it's Mike coming to you live from the Backyard Oasis on a beautiful spring Texas night. Just missed the sunset. I went out and took some pictures of bluebonnets. It's bluebonnet season here in Texas. If you haven't seen bluebonnets in Texas, you gotta come check them out. Tonight we're gonna talk about a camera that's actually frustratingly broken, but it's cool. I'm gonna set it at my desk at the office or somewhere so people can check it out. But check this thing out. That's right, look at that. That is a Kodak Dual Flex II camera with a Kodak lens in it. And it is technically a twin lens camera. And let's see if I can make this pop up here. So this pops up and you look through here. So my ring light's a little too bright, but you can kind of see my hand in the window there. When you look through the top here, you're actually looking through this lens on this piece here, and then this is the lens here that you take the photo with. Back up a little. So what's interesting about this camera is it's older than a lot of the other twin lens cameras that are out there. It's a walk around. It's kind of it was a relatively inexpensive walk around camera. It's got a tripod mount on the bottom, unlike the Lubitel and other ones. It does not have feet, so if you set this flat on a surface, it does not sit flat, like a step or just the ground or whatever. Interesting thing about this one, it doesn't take 120 film, it takes 620 film. So this is yet another one of the cameras in the long line of cool old cameras that looks like it's going to take 120 film but takes 620 film. And if you remember from my other videos and or looking up any other kind of video online about 620 and 120 film, the spool is really the only difference between the two. That was a marketing ploy from Kodak, I believe, to actually sell more cameras because it made you switch, and then they sold the film. I don't know if, I think 620 came before 120, so yeah, something going on with that. Anyways, this one has the red lens in the back here, so you can look through it to look at the paper. You put your film in the top here. You put your film in the bottom, and then you have your take-up spool up here to take it up, and you turn this little knob to take that up. That's a problem. On this one specifically, there is supposed to be a tooth in there that is on this thing, and that tooth aligns with the little slotted hole on a 120 spool or 620 spool of film for you to turn. That is a giant mosquito. Springtime in Texas, mosquitoes everywhere. We may have to cut this short. The problem that I ran into is that I was trying to modify a 120 roll of film to fit into a 620 by clipping the edge like you see on the videos and then sanding it down. I did that, it fit in here, it fits snugly in here. In the process of taking up the film towards the end of the roll, it got really tight and hard to turn. And in my maniac gorilla strength, I turned it one too many turns too far, too hard, and I broke the tooth off this little guy. Not replaceable. There is a screw in there. You can sort of take this out, but basically there's no way to buy parts for this. You just have to buy another camera to get the parts, which would kind of be fine on this one, to be honest. I mean, I shot maybe 2 rolls of film through it. It shoots okay. The lens is all fogged. This is all scratched to hell. This is all scratched to hell. This part of the lens is okay. The shutter is very rusty. The leaf shutter in there, it's very rusty. That's the button there to take a shot. There's no cocking it or doing anything with it. You literally just push the button in and it fires it, which could be a little bit of a problem, if you throw it in a bag and you may hit it and accidentally take a picture in a bag or set it down or hand it to somebody, whatever. It's really easy to accidentally push that button in. On this side here, you have these 2 mounts here. Right, there's a little piece there, a little screw with a flat head. Those 2 pieces there, these little pegs, those hold the camera strap. And then there's another one down here, and I'm not really sure what it's for. I don't know. It didn't have a camera strap. It came to me just like this from a garage sale. But the other piece of this is it has an eye on the top, which is just normal. And from a shutter speed perspective, I believe shoots Oh, mosquitoes everywhere. I generally shoot, believe it's f/15. I think it's f/15, and I may be wrong. Call me out in the comments if I'm wrong. But I'm not going to edit this and go back. So, f/15 it is. Okay, the other thing, push it down. It's bulb. You know, look, there you go. It's wide open. And you can see, maybe if you can see in the lens there, let's see if I can get this to focus on it. Yeah, see, you can see the rust in there. So that's an interesting situation going on. You know, that happens with a lot of these old cameras. Adjust that color. Oh, that's horrible. Still horrible. Worse. Even worse. I don't know what's going on. How do I fix this? So shaky. Alright, well, maybe that's close enough. So, on these old cameras like that, you're going to get a lot of rust in there. They're just moisture prone. You know, this metal, the coating that's on this metal, I mean, this is legit metal. This isn't like some fake crap that you get today that we call metal on cameras, and it's really some composite craziness made in a lab by a scientist. This was probably like melted down and smashed with a hammer and run through a machine to make it flat and shaped this way, and hand riveted. There's also some rust inside of here. And generally speaking, like on these type of cameras, that rust is no big deal. Like, that's not gonna hurt you anything. You know, now if you get a lot of rust down into this area, or even up in the top area here, and it starts to show bare metal in any way in that area, that's a huge problem. What's going to happen is the light's going to come through and it's going to hit that bare metal, and it's going to reflect back to your film, and it's going to really mess with the exposure on your shot. So, but you don't really have a lot of exposure control on these because you literally just push the button and that's what you get. So shoot 400 speed film in these if you get it. Again, do the trick of buy a couple of these film cameras that have the take-up spools in them, and you notice there's no take-up spool in this one, the 620 take-up spool, because I took it out to be used in another camera that actually operates, that I need the 620 spool for. Go in a dark closet, roll that 120 onto the 620 film, and then load it into this camera and run with it. So again, this is a Dual Flex II Kodak camera with a Kodak lens in it. I think it's the f/15 lens. Pretty sharp, pretty nice little cameras. They're fun to shoot with. They're really cool looking. So this one's going to go on my desk at the office, or like I said, somewhere else, not in my home, since it's broken, and I have enough broken cameras in my home that are waiting to be loved on and possibly fixed. So this one will go to the office. But the only drawback of this one is, again, the 620 film situation and this part. I mean, that's, you know, this is just unnecessary to not make it flat on the bottom. I know that a lot of folks, you know, even with this hinge, the hinge is not quite as doesn't quite stick down as low as the attachment here for the tripod. When you shoot these kind of cameras, you get used to that like flat surface use case of being able to walk up to something and kind of set it on something and take a shot. And this one takes that away from you, so that may be the only drawback. But they look cool and they're really cheap. I mean, these are very, 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 very cheap. And despite having a little bit of craziness going on with the lenses, as long as they don't have a big scratch on them, a little haze on the outside's okay. It'll give you a cool effect. You'll have some nice little vignette, and you'll enjoy it. So pick one of these up, get out, take some shots with it, and enjoy it. You can get them cheap, and show it some love again. You know, I think they're worth it. They're a solid machine here. Thanks again for watching this week's video, and give me a like, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down on the video, subscribe if you can, leave some comments. Thank you, Hal, for leaving comments. You've been really very diligent about that. I'll be honest, I just realized this week that I was getting comments because apparently I turned off the notifications on my YouTube channel for whatever reason, or I didn't set it up right, which is probably all of the above. But thanks again for the comments, and thanks for all the likes and love I'm getting on Instagram. I'm posting them there and Facebook and so forth. Let me know if there's any specific cameras you're looking for, or you have some in your house that you want to send me in a giant box in the mail. I like to get old cameras in the mail. Not interested in really buying any right now, but if you're trying to get rid of them, I'll show them some love, put them on a video. They'll be the star of a video. It may or may not be 10 to 15 minutes long, and I may shoot film through them. So, anyways, cool camera. Go get it, buy it, find it, shoot with it. You guys go be awesome and go shoot film.